declared a jihad against the United States. Can you tell us why?
The US government has committed acts that are extremely unjust, hideous, and criminal through its support of the Israeli occupation of Palestine. And we believe the US is directly responsible for those killed in Palestine, Lebanon, and Iraq. Due to its subordination to the Jews, the arrogance of the United States regime has reached the point that they occupied Arabia, the holiest place of the Muslims, who are more than 1 billion people in the world today. For this and other acts of aggression and injustice, we have declared jihad against the US.
Another one. Taking a look.
Oh my gosh!
Another
Apparently that was another plane.
Oh my gosh!
We were literally looking at people who were diving out of the building. They were voluntarily jumping out of the building.
people are jumping out the windows. Over there, they're jumping out the windows, I guess, because they're trying to save themselves. I don't know.
I saw it. Yeah, no, I saw it. I saw a lot of people jumping from that front side.
When I looked up, that's the first time I saw a man throwing himself out of the 101st, 102nd floor.
Just like launched himself right off. Just full on. Like nothing even mattered. Just did it.
More than 200 people jumped to their deaths.
We are not at war with Islam, and it is a mistake, and it plays into the hands of the terrorists to act as though we are.
Involvement, of course, in the 9/11 attacks, and we have him here claiming responsibility for those attacks.
We calculated that the number of casualties from the enemy who would be killed based on the position of the tower. We calculated that the floors that would be hit would be 3 or 4 floors. I was the most optimistic of them all. The Americans were terrified, thinking there was a coup.
Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States until our country's representatives can figure out what the hell is going on. You know, there's always a reason for everything. And you look at the World Trade Center, go outside, you look at Paris, look at that horrible, these are radical Islamic terrorists. And she won't even mention the word, and nor will President Obama. He won't use the term radical Islamic terrorism.
Muslims in America since George Washington. My vision of America is an America where everyone has a place. It's also very short-sighted and even dangerous to be engaging in the kind of demagogic rhetoric that Donald has about Muslims. We need American Muslims to be part of our eyes and ears on our front lines. I've worked with a lot of different Muslim groups around America. I've met with a lot of them, and I've heard how important it is for them to feel that they are wanted and included and part of our country, part of our homeland security. And that's what I want to see. I intend to defeat ISIS, to do so in a coalition with majority Muslim nations. Right now, a lot of those nations are hearing what Donald says and wondering, why should we cooperate with the Americans? And this is a gift to ISIS and the terrorists, violent jihadist terrorists. We are not at war with Islam, and it is a mistake, and it plays into the hands of the terrorists to act as though we are.
Now, to solve a problem, you have to be able to state what the problem is, or at least say the name. She won't say the name, and President Obama won't say the name, but the name is there. It's radical Islamic terror. And before you solve it, you have to say the name. Donald J. Trump is calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the United States.
Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I think that man will be president of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red capes.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
Donald Trump will not become president.
Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States. Take it to the bank. I guarantee it.
All right. Donald Trump is the here today, gone tomorrow candidate for president of the United States. Donald Trump is not going to be president of the United States.
We talk about him every day, and we continuously bash him.
He's not going to be the president. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Hey, here we are. And which Republican candidate has the best chance of winning the general election?
Of the declared ones, right now, Donald Trump.
And so, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president.
Donald Trump will never be elected president of the United States.
There is zero chance we'll be seeing you being sworn in on the Capitol steps with your hand on a giant golden Bible.
And we better be ready for the fact that he might be leading the Republican ticket.
Next, I know you don't believe that, but I want to go on to write it down.
Sorry to laugh.
When you stand and deliver that State of the Union address, in no part of your mind or brain can you imagine Donald Trump standing up one day and delivering a State of the Union address?
Well, I can imagine it in a Saturday night skit.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God. Congratulations, Mr. President.
Honored to be able to introduce for the first time ever anywhere the 45th President of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump.